Hi, this is Matt O'Brien with FAIR's No Border, No Country podcast, and I am here on the Rio Grande in Texas, on the border with Mexico, and I am with Lieutenant Ivan Tijerina from the Texas Department of Public Safety. Lieutenant, can you tell us about what you do here?
Yeah, so pretty much what we do is we do criminal interdiction on the waters. Pretty much what we do is all the navigable Texas waters. It's our responsibility to go and conduct criminal interdiction. What is criminal interdiction? Means anything that it is illicit. This part of the border will be from narcotics to human smuggling and anything in between that comes in and out on the border, right? It's our job to go intercept and apply state law on what we see there.
Now, things got a little busy down here for a little while. I know the park was being used as a holding facility. How are things now? Are they quieter?
So nothing really slows down the way we think is going to slow down and stop, right? So when you think about the TCOs, which is the transnational criminal organizations, right? Think about it as a business, right? So if they make money, smuggling people or smuggling narcotics, they're going to look for different models that is going to work for them to continue to make that money, right? They're not going to stop. So what they do, they tend to spread out. So instead of using one area, for example, let's say here, if they were using this area to push as many people or as many narcotics as they wanted to in the past, well, now what they do is they spread out to where they utilize the entire part of the river to capitalize on areas where gaps, where they push people through. Now, the numbers are not the same because they realize that it's not going to be effective anymore, right? So they reduce the amount of numbers that they push through, but that still goes on. So nothing's really stopped, right? It's just slowed down. So we just slowed down that process for them to come. Made it a little more difficult for them.
So there's always an enforcement task that has to be undertaken.
Correct, yes.
Okay, thank you very much for speaking with us. It's a pleasure.
Sir.
And I am here with Agent Smallwood of the U.S. Border Patrol with a group of sheriffs, and we are taking a look at border enforcement in this area. So Agent Smallwood, can you tell us a little bit about what it's like patrolling the border in this area?
Right, so we are along the Rio Grande. That pertains to the Rio Grande Valley sector's area of responsibility. As you all will see in a bit once you all get your riverine tour, this is Border Patrol's first line of defense. This is a riverine agent's job, is very important, very dangerous. If anything is crossing from the Mexican side into U.S. territory, they are the first agents to respond.
Okay, and this is Mexico behind us.
This is a recreational part of Mexico. The part of Mexico is Reynosa, Tamaulipas.
And how are things now? We know at one point the park that is over here to my right was being used as a migrant holding facility as they were being processed. Are things quieter now?
They are. We are at the moment seeing anywhere from a 75 to a 90% decrease in apprehensions. In the Rio Grande Valley sector, we were seeing numbers as high as 2,000 to 3,000 apprehensions per day. And we're talking before January. And now you'll see anywhere from 50 to 75 apprehensions.
That doesn't mean that the Border Patrol gets to rest, right? Because Border Patrol is responsible for both people and goods. There's that customs part. So I assume you guys still have a whole lot of work left to do?
Correct. Our boots are on the ground. Our borders are not open, which means that we are still here as our first line of defense and to protect this nation.
And how do you like working in this beautiful place?
Amazing. This is something that we all signed up to do, and now we feel like we can enforce these laws and get back to patrolling and what it is that we love doing.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We are on the Rio Grande River between Mexico and the United States, and we are here with the Texas DPS, and we have with us
John Alexander.
So, Trooper, what do you guys do here on the river?
So we patrol basically all the navigable waters in Texas. For us in the river, that's all we're strictly doing is doing border ops. So we're making sure that no one's coming across illegally and trying to interdict any kind of drugs that come across.
So I'm noticing some interesting weaponry behind you.
Yes, sir.
So just for our audience, this is a dangerous area. There's cartel activity and things like that. Could you tell us about what you have to deal with on a daily basis in terms of threats to the U.S., threats to the state of Texas?
So we've actually had to deal with some threats. We haven't been shot at, like per se for us, but Border Patrol has been shot at. We have a lot of show of force with the guns. They just have their rifles for the most part. So we do have a lot of show of force. So that helps us as far as like deterring them from doing anything to us. Now, that being said, we have been rocked, but we have other means. So like we have less than lethal. So if you look up on the top there, I do have a 40 mic, so we can like deploy any kind of gas or OC spray, stuff like that.
And how do you like working here? It's a beautiful spot, but it's also appears to be a dangerous spot at times. So it's kind of a contradiction. What is a day in the life of like here?
So I'm having a blast with this. So I've been doing this now 11 years, and I love what I do. No one could ever say that Texas was going to have a boat unit, and that we were going to be right next to the border, interdicting stuff on the border. So it's different being on the road. So I did 4 years on the road, so it's way different. Like you're by yourself. Here, we're a team, so we have each other to back each other up. So it's a little different. I mean, it's dangerous no matter what you do. We haven't, like I said, we haven't been shot at, so it's just a matter of time that they just get the guts to do it. The traffic has changed a lot, so we're not running into the same things that we used to run into. They've gotten smarter. Now they're using drones, so they're able to scout us out miles away versus back in the day where they're using a cell phone to call us out. Now they can launch a drone, and they don't have to have people down the river. So it's different, like different traffic. With the drones, Border Patrol has like the ability to detect drones in the area, and they'll call out like, hey, there's a drone at like 1,100 feet right now. So they're launching higher than we can launch. So we abide by the regulations, and so we launch at top 400. They're launching way above because they're recreational, so they can do whatever they want. It's just not mandated. Do you guys know what they're using the drone footage for? It depends. Yeah. We've seen videos where they're trying to take out their competition with like mortars and stuff. Like they'll attach a mortar to the drone and drop it over their rivals. Oh yeah. So they have it. Man, I hope they don't ever do that with us. Because if it happens, we're not going to know it. It's going to happen and
Well, thank you very much.
Yes,
thank
sir.
you for everything you do to protect the U.S. and the state of Texas. This is No Border, No Country. Thank you.